Meetings occur in every business. Construction is not unique in that regard. You're going to have meetings. What you do in those meetings makes a difference. If you have to go to a meeting, then you should take notes. Everybody should be taking notes in every meeting. They may designate a person to take notes, and if you're not that person, you should take notes anyway. Because when those notes come back, they're not always correct. And if you also took notes, you can help that person correct the notes. So everybody in every meeting should take notes. Well, what should be in your notes? Let's say you're responsible for documenting the meeting. What should you include in your meeting notes? Certainly the date and time of the meeting. Who attended the meeting? Who was there in person? Who was on the phone? So you want to make sure you capture who was there and who was calling in. What was the purpose of the meeting? There should never be a meeting without a purpose. And then you want to capture the essence of what occurs at the meeting. How the discussions went, who's discussing what, who's proposing which ideas, why you may reject some of the ideas, why you may like some of the ideas. Capture the essence of what's going on in that meeting so that anybody reading it would understand what occurred. And then finally, at the end of the meeting, there should be action items. They should go around the room and discuss those action items and decide who is responsible for each of the action items. If you leave a meeting without action items, you probably didn't have a need for that meeting to begin with. And if you are responsible for distributing the notes to everybody, you need to make sure that you format it properly. So you need to format the notes in one document, and then you need to write a letter in another document and attach the notes to it. That's how you properly distribute notes. The letter would be addressed to the person who was in charge. It could be the project manager, it could be an owner, it could be an architect. It would indicate that you have enclosures. The enclosure would be your notes. That comes right after your signature block. And then finally, you would courtesy copy everybody else in the meeting by name. So you would list their names underneath that enclosure notation so that everybody knows who is getting a copy of these notes.